One of the things I really like about real estate is that people come to me with some kind of tension in their lives, and when I do my job really well, I get to help them relieve that tension. I think that's a real interesting role that I have, and I think it's very important. One of the things I think my clients appreciate in me is my demeanor. I don't fly off the handle, either with them or with other agents or in any situation. I try and stay focused on our goal and what we're working on, and I don't get distracted by difficult situations. And when I negotiate a deal, I like to contact the other agent and find out everything I can about what's motivating the other side, so that when I'm working for my client to get everything they want, I understand the motivation on the other side and we can try and address that at the same time. And I think clients appreciate when they can say to me, "This is what we want, you just go make it happen." And then that's what I do. I go and I work with the other agents, problem solve, and make it happen. I've developed really good relationships with the top agents in Austin, and sometimes those relationships will lead me to properties that are available but aren't in the MLS. I really enjoy working with sellers who have homes that require a very specific kind of buyer. I think it's a real challenge to sell that kind of home and market that kind of home and ultimately find the buyer. It was a perfect fit for that kind of house. I try to be present for most of the showings that I do. And one of the main reasons I do that is I'm there when the buyer's walking around, and I can hear any concerns the buyer might have about the property, or I can understand any needs that they have. Sometimes they'll be in a house and love 95% of the house, but there's one little thing that either the house doesn't have or they wish was in the house. And when I'm there listening to this, I can then identify the solutions to those concerns for the buyer, either there, or I can talk to the agent later and say, "Hey, I know your client was concerned with this, but here's a solution that I think will work very easily. It's just not something y'all noticed." I like working with clients who are international clients and maybe don't have a lot of time to spend here in Austin. I like having the responsibility of vetting homes for them, doing a lot of research for them, and being their representative here in Austin. I spent 20 years in a millwork manufacturing business. It was a family business in the Washington, D.C. area. We supplied new home builders with custom windows and doors and molding and other building products. So that's actually very useful in what I do now, because when I walk into a house, I can see whether or not everything was installed properly. The thing I really like about Austin is everywhere you go, you can feel the entrepreneurial and creative vibe that's oozing everywhere. It's just a really cool place to live. We moved to Austin in 2005 from the Washington, D.C. area. My wife's from Texas and always wanted to live in Austin. My daughter was heading into kindergarten, and we loved what we heard about the schools. And I'm a songwriter by hobby, and Austin is the live music capital of the world, so it just seemed to be a perfect fit for all of us. I don't want my clients buying a house, closing, moving into the house, and then thinking, "Oh my gosh, what do we do? This isn't the right house for us." If I sense that's happening, I'll have us sit down and have a serious conversation and make sure that they've thought through everything that's related to the purchase of that house. My goal at the end of the day, I want people to move into their house and be thrilled and be happy to spend the rest of their lives there. And that's the truth.